Welcome, everyone. This is Makisha here, and I am glad that you all have joined me today. So, we all know why we're here, right? Because you want to learn how to trade Forex, or either you're interested in learn how to trade Forex. Now, before I start, just a little bit about me. This is me here, Makisha Styles, and I'm basically retired from the military. I'm a breast cancer survivor. And now what I like to do is I like to trade. Is that's how I get my extra income. Because as you know, when you retire from the military, especially when I did it as a medical retiree, so I did a medical retirement. So I just get like a little money from the VA. So of course, once I did that, I needed some extra income because I was already accustomed to the money that we make on active duty. But once I got off, the money wasn't like that anymore. So I started thinking of ways that I can create an extra income, right? So I started going through all the network marketing stuff. I started off with companies like Herbalife. I did Empower Network. I did like a ton of different travel companies. I did a lot of things. But then like 3 years ago, I started getting interested in like the stock markets and stuff, right? Because I was noticing that people actually are making money with the stock market, but it seemed like only people that had thousands upon thousands of dollars were the ones that could make money. But that was what I was seeing because I didn't personally know anyone that was doing the stock market. So 3 years ago, I did what we all do. I went onto YouTube. I looked up, hey, how to trade Forex. I found a ton of different people that were teaching it. And I was like, okay, cool. So I went from one YouTube video to the next YouTube video. I learned a little bit. Well, basically what I learned was how to trade Forex, just as far as what is Forex is what I learned. So as I was going through everything, I opened up a broker account, put money into it, lost money, put money into it, lost money. Kept doing that because I was just looking on YouTube. I didn't have an actual starting point to know exactly what to do. So after that, I came across a friend of mine, and I saw that he was trading. So I was like, oh, cool. I got a inside man. So I was like, let me see. And I hit him up and asked him. I was like, hey, what are you doing? And he recommended me to this online trading academy. Well, not the online trading academy, like the trading thing that costs $1,000, but it was an online academy that I could learn how to trade Forex, right? So I was like, dude, I'm not looking for no MLM stuff, no network marketing things. He's like, no, it's not what it is. He was like, just like how how when you pay to go to school, you pay your tuition. Same thing here. It's like, I don't think it's way less, and you don't have to pay back a loan at the end, and you don't even have a job yet, right? So I was like, cool. So I signed up for it. It was way less than I thought it would be, and I had a starting point. So it took me from like we were in college, from the 100 level classes all the way up to 400 level, and the whole academy was only 3 hours. But of course, I didn't rush through it. But it was only 3 hours, so I was able to go through like maybe 20 minutes a day or 30 minutes a day, and just go through to get through the basics. But once I did that, I was like, okay, what do I do now? And it was someone there, my friend actually, and he was like, dude, the tuition you're paying every month. He was like, they also have where you can actually talk to we're gonna call them professors that teach you everything. So every night it's like a calendar that gets put out, and then every night or during the daytime it's different. It's like a schedule. So it's different times that different, we're gonna say, professors are on, and I get to go on there while they're teaching live on how to trade and tell me exactly what they're doing. And if I have a question, I just type it inside the chat box and they answer that question for me live. But also as well, they had it recorded, so that was pretty cool. And then also too, while I was learning, I got a chance to like copy and paste. But we'll talk more about that down the line, which brought me to where I am today. So now I'm able to, tell other people about the school and everything, right? Because nine times out of 10, when I tell people about the college I went to, it was like, okay, cool. But then I'm kind of setting them up for failure because they got to pay back all those student loans. So now just, talk to people about trading Forex because this is the most, I don't know how to explain it. Like this is so simple, but we tend to overcomplicate things as adults, right? As a child, our minds are wide open. It's like, hey, whatever adults tell us, hey, we want to learn, we're eager to learn. But as adults, it kind of takes some unprogramming of things. So it took a lot of that with me to start learning how to trade Forex. So once I learned, like I said, now I'm able to tell other people about it. Now I'm able to create some amazing, amazing profitable days. And I was showing someone the other day how to turn 5 cents into $5. I know you're like, hey, that's not a lot, but you leave your 5 cents on the counter, you come back, it's still 5 cents or it's gone. So I told somebody how to do that in under 15 minutes, right? So just some powerful things you can do with Forex once you start to learn it. So tonight, all we're going to do is go over, I'm going to explain to you what Forex is, right? And then I'm going to pull up the chart and show you how simple it can be, right? Because we tend to overcomplicate things, and we tend to just overcomplicate things as adults. So we're just going to leave it there. So I'm not sure what your reason is for actually, choosing me to listen to me to train you, but whatever it is, I want to say I'm grateful for you being here, and you made the right decision. Because if you're here, like I said, you're interested in trading Forex, you also are ready to just make a change. You probably need some financial changes. You want to do some different things in your life, and that's what Forex can do for you. So you're going to come across people who are going to, I had someone the other day and it was like, I just paid someone $500 and I never heard anything back from her. I don't know if you just saw it, but that Zoom popping up, we have an actual call going on tonight. So you're never alone with this, just to go off topic for a minute. You're never alone with this. So we have different groups and you will learn how to trade as long as you're coachable. But I had someone, she hit me up and she paid this lady some money. And then the lady said she needed more money from her to actually withdraw the profits. So I gave her a little coaching and told her, no, that doesn't sound too right. So you get to learn a lot of things when it comes to trading Forex. So I'm definitely glad that you're here. So first, I'm going to start off with what is Forex? So I know you probably looked it up online and you heard a lot of the horror stories, but that's with everything, right? That's with every single thing, right? But Forex is not that difficult. It's very similar to trading in the stock market, right? So with the stock market, what you're doing is you're buying shares of a company, right? So if that company was to go out of business, what happens? You lose your money, right? If that company was to plummet, what happens? You lose your money. But if that company does well over the years, you get the profit, right? But when it goes down, your money goes down, right? And also too, it's changed in the New York Stock Exchange, the market or whatever. So it starts from, was it 8 o'clock in the morning, and then it was at 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. That's it. You can't do any more trading when it comes to stocks. You got to wait until the next day, right? And then, you have your holidays, stuff like that. But when it comes to Forex, because a lot of people tend to overcomplicate it, when it comes to Forex trading, you're buying, to put it in the most simplest way as I can put it. That's my whole goal, is to make this as simple as possible. So with Forex, you're simply just buying shares of a country's currency. So I want you to think about that for a minute. So you're buying shares of a country's currency. So for example, when you go over to another country, say for instance, I take my US dollar and I go over to China or I go over to Mexico, what do I have to do? I have to exchange for whatever their value is, right? So instead of me going physically to another country to do that, I'm doing that online. And also with Forex as well, a good thing about it is, remember I said that with the stock market, it closes at 5 p.m. With the stock market, we're going 24/7. So we're open, the stock market, because it's deal with all the different countries. So it's just not limited to the US. So it deals with all the different countries. So it starts on Sunday, it'll be 6 p.m. Eastern Hour Time as far as US. And then it goes all the way until Friday at 4 p.m. or 5 p.m., right? Eastern Standard Time. So you have all that time. So from sun up to sundown, you get to trade. So another profitable thing is why people are trading Forex more is because, say for instance, you got to go to work at, 10 o'clock at night. So you're like, man, wish I can trade, before I go to work. You can, right? Or if it's the other way around, if you like to trade, you like, hey, I prefer to do this before I go to work at 8 o'clock in the morning. I want to trade. Cool. You're like, hey, I want to trade during lunch break. You can, because that's the flexibility of trading Forex. So another thing, I know a lot of you don't know this, is that when we put our money into banks, right? So the banks, they don't hold on to your money, right? So when you put your money in the banks, they're investing. They're investing our money into the stock exchange, right? And they're investing our money into the Forex market. So the banks and everyone else is trading your money and put into the Forex market. Isn't it time for you to learn how to do that as well? Especially when I'm telling you, it's simple. It's very, very simple. So another thing as well with Forex, how I was saying with the stock exchange, when a company and the shares go up, you make money, right? When those shares go down, whew, you lose money. Forex, we're trading currencies. So say for instance, we had a pair such as the Great British Pound and the, I don't know, the Japanese yen or whatever, right? So when it goes up, right? It goes up, we make money and it going up. But man, if it goes down, you know what happens? We make money on it going down as well. So with Forex, you make money going up and you make money on the sales going down. So if you know how to spell buy, B-U-Y, you can hit a button, or you know how to spell sell, S-E-L-L, with the button going down, the red button, then you can make money with Forex. So that's all what Forex is you're buying shares of a country's currencies, and you get to make money when it's going up and when it's going down. That's the most simplest way as I can put it. So that's, you know, about what is Forex, right? So how much does it take for you to start trading Forex? It's all up to you, because what it is with this online, with the Trading Academy, right? We don't touch your money. That's for your broker. So the money that you make is the money that you make, right? Got to keep in mind this Trading Academy that I'm going to tell you about at the end. It's not network marketing. It's not an MLM, right? Because you don't have to tell anybody about the school, and you still make money, because the money you make with trading, we have nothing to do with that. That's your money to keep, all of it, right? So just wanted to throw it out there so you remember. So how much does it take to start actually trading? One, you would get a broker, right? And in the Trading Academy, we show you how to do all that. We show you how to find a broker. We tell you the best broker. We tell you the brokers that we use. And you would put into that broker just like a bank. This is like they're the middleman in between the foreign exchange market and your bank. Because you can't just straight go to, you know, China. You can't straight go to Sydney. You can't straight go to London to, you know, to use their banks. So the broker is your middleman. So you deposit, say for instance, you put $50 in. You're like, okay, I'm going to give my broker $50, right? Boom, that's in your account. So now you have $50 to flip into whatever you want to. And that's when the power of compounding comes into. So say for instance, you just put $50. So you're like, hey, that's all I can afford is 50. So you put in $50, and then you start to learn how to take trades, right? All right, you're taking your trades and you're like, okay, you know what? I just want to do 5 cents. So you do 5 cents, and boom, you do it whether it's going up or whether it's going down, right? And for that day, you were able to make, say, $10. Say if you're starting small now, $10. So you just flipped in one day your $50 account into a $60 account. Think about that for a moment. You put that $50 into your checking account, you come back tomorrow, what is it still? Unless you put some more money into it, what is it? It's still $50. You put that $50 into a savings account, what happens? Oh, it's still $50, right? But with Forex, I'm gonna tell you how so powerful it is that when you put that $50, say, you want to do $10 because you're starting small, right? You put in $10 you're earning every single trade that you place. You place 3 trades a day, what's that extra $30? So now that $50 account is what? Let's say $70. I'm not very good at math. $70 that you have made already in one day. So you got a profit of $30. And then the more that you grow, because I tell my students not to be greedy, right? Because when you're just starting out, you're gonna get excited. You're like, ooh, I just earned $10. Ooh, I just earned 30. Oh my God, I just earned 50. And it goes up and up, right? And you start to get greedy, and you stop focusing on the fundamentals. So that's why, you know, I recommend going through the Trading Academy. You're making sure you're getting on calls with me and make sure we're actually learning together, right? So that's how much. Say, for instance, like I said, lowest, you can put in how much ever you want to put in, but I wouldn't recommend no less than $50 into your broker account. So now we have that out the way. So now you know what is Forex. You know how much it costs to get started with your broker with trading Forex. Next, I just want to show you some charts, right? Let's show you some charts. So, and I'm doing this right now from my phone. So if those of you are like, oh, I don't have a laptop, I don't have a computer, oh my God, no, I can't trade Forex, you still can. So I'm doing this right now from my phone. So what we like to use to mark up charts, when I say mark up, just think of it as drawing on my charts. That's it. I'm just drawing on the charts. So write this down, tradingview.com. It's a free app that you're going to download. It's tradingview.com, right? So you go into your app store, you just type in, let's show you here. So I'm all about showing. because I want to make sure when you leave this webinar that you know exactly what you need to do to get started in trading Forex. So, you know, I use Android, you know, for your Apple user, whatever it is y'all use, right? But it's still going to be the same thing. It's still going to be, sorry about that. 20 hours. One moment. So you're going to type in Trading View, right? And it pops up first. See that little cloud with the little white going through it? That's what you're going into. So make sure you download that. So we're going to go into Trading View here. So these are the actual pairs, the foreign exchange pairs that I like to trade. So it's like a ton of different ones. These are the ones that I like to trade because I don't like to look at a lot of them because it's a lot you can look at. So we're going to start off here with it says Euro USD. See it at the top under my watch list, which just means you're trading the Euro against the US dollar. So let's see here. I want to delete these drawings on here. Let's remove these drawings and indicators. There we go. So the green on here, make it zoom in for you. So the green on here are called, the green and red, these are called candlesticks, right? So simply, this shows how much money has been traded. So green is when everything is going up, red is when everything is going down. Like I said, we're keeping it very, very simple here. So the first thing when it comes to looking at these charts, you want to check it out. You want to go through, see what everything's looking like. Okay, good pattern going on here. Just looking through, that's all. But to get started trading, are you going to do to minimize that sum? Is you're going to take what we call trend lines. So I take a trend line, right? And I want to see where is this trend at right now. So it looks like it's in an uptrend. You just have to play with it a little bit on your phone. So I want to take it up to the green candle, right? Boom, there we go. I want to take the bottom part down here so I can make sure, and show you that it is it's an uptrend. So that's an uptrend right there, right? So you don't have to do that much if you don't want to. It's just, I like to verify, right? So let's delete that. So next thing you're going to do, you're going to take a horizontal line. I'm going to show you how simple this stuff is. I want to drag this down to here. I'm showing you the most simplest way that I can think of. Take another horizontal line, right? I'm going to take that horizontal line, there it is. And take that, I'm going to bring it up there. And over here on the side, before I keep going, so over on the side, you see maybe I can highlight that or point to it. Let's see, because I want to make this easy for y'all, right? So over here on the side, there's my arrow. There we go. So you see where these numbers are moving at? So right above that, this gray, and you see a red, and it says a time count down there. It's 57 minutes and 16 seconds. That's how long it's going to take for this calendar right here to move, right? So we got another 57 minutes for this candle to move. So that's how you know how long the candlesticks are. But don't worry about the terminology because you learn all that in your academy, right? So here we are. We are right here. So you saw I draw my horizontal line, right? Let's delete this arrow right quick. All right, so we have the horizontal line up here, the red line, right? And get back to my arrow. There we go. So I want to make sure you guys can see it there. There we go. See that horizontal red line? So this is how simple Forex can be, but you still have to learn your fundamentals. So when that candlestick, this green over here, there we go. So when that green broke above, what we're waiting now is for the second candlestick, this green. All I'm talking about is that green, this long green line here. See, it's moving. It's slowly moving, but it's moving because the Euro USD, so it moves kind of slow at nighttime. It really moves fast during the daytime. So it's slowly popping over my red line that I drew, right? So what I'm going to wait, but I'm not going to wait now because it's whole 55 minutes, is for this same green candlestick, it's going to form a whole new one right beside it. And if it forms a new one and it goes above this red line, I will put in for a buy because it broke my area of resistance. So it's breaking through. So don't worry about resistance and which it broke. So let's say we're going to call that the ceiling. So now we have a house, you have a floor. So my bottom red line here is the floor. That's the floor, right? And then my top red line here is the ceiling. So once it broke past my ceiling, that means that the ceiling is no longer stable. And so I'm just going to make it, it's going to become a buy. It'll make more sense once you go through everything, but I'm just showing you how simple it can be. Because the first thing I did on here was I drew like a horizontal line, right? Then step 2, what I did, I went and drew two horizontal lines, right? Two straight lines. And all I did was draw it in between where all the candlesticks are. So you see that I drew the very bottom, and I drew one at the very top. So don't worry about these are called wicks. You're not worrying about those. I'll tell you more about that. That's in the Trading Academy. But that's it. So if it broke above that, then boom, I'll put in for a buy. But say for instance, we have some red candlesticks. It was breaking below it down here, right? So it was breaking below down here. Once it did that, and it broke it at least 3 times, I'll put in for a sell. That's how simple it is. That's how simple it is. This stuff is very, very simple. So once again, because I know I talk fast, step 1, I drew mine, was like a diagonal line. Step 2, I call it, we trap price in between. So these candlesticks are trapped in between my 2 red horizontal lines. And then when it broke above, at least 3 times, then boom, I get in for a buy. If it broke below 3 times, I get in for a sell. That's it. And when I say, I show somebody how to turn 5 cents to $5, that means that they took the very least, because when you invest in this, right, you put your $50 in, you're like, hey, I just want to put 5 cents of that in there. Cool, you could do that. But another important part too, if you're going to be learning this, make sure you practice risk management. So if you have $50 in there, we're going to show you how to practice risk management where you won't lose that whole 50, because we can't predict the stock market. So just like if I would have put in a buy up here, hypothetically, right? Because I'm like, okay, everything's pointing to a buy, cool. But the market turned around and started turning red on me and had red candlesticks. So now I need to have risk management where that $50 I put in, I didn't lose no more than $5 of it or $2, whatever it is you want to lose, right? What you not want to lose, but you know what I mean. So we show you risk management where if you put in, however much you put in, you don't lose no more than what you want to lose if something was to go wrong, right? That's it. So that's how simple it can be. So let me show you how you actually learn, right? Oh, another thing too, you don't have to sit in front of the computer screen. Because everybody think when you're trading, you just sit in front of the computer screen waiting for it to happen. So let me go back on here. So how I said I'm waiting for this to break above, right? Boom. And that's at about this blue that's lit up 1.08998. 08998. I would go over here to this app called Call Levels, right? And I would type in Forex, and I would type in, your USD, it's already up there, right? And I would put in here what I'm looking for, which is what I said, 108,998, 108,998. There we go, 108,998, right? I'm gonna set my call level there. I'm gonna put up here, if it breaks that level, I know I want to put in for a buy. So now an alarm gonna go on for my phone, where I know exactly when it's time for me to come over here and look at this chart. So if it broke above, I'm like, cool, yes, I'm gonna jump in for a buy. If not, I'll wait for the next trade. That's all. You don't want to rush the market. So next thing I want to show you is how I actually learn, because that's the most important part. You're like, okay, cool, but how do I learn, right? So hopefully you already wrote down your notes, tradingview.com, write down call levels, and then also write down MetaTrader 4, because we use that as well. That's how you take your trades. But we'll go into that at a different time. So over here is how you learn how to trade. So you see I'm doing all this from my cell phone. So as I log in here, right? Log in, might take a minute because I'm on this call. Then you go back here, it has everything you need. See my lovely face in the middle there. So we'll go through here, and what you want to go here is your curriculum. And everything back here, I told you this whole back office, this Trading Academy will take you only 3 or 3.5 hours, right? So the first thing on here, if you see it, is what is Forex, right? Then you go through, it gives you a little quiz on it because you want to make sure you retain it. And it goes through to you about the history of Forex and letting you know that, people were the first ones exchanged on the market. And then it goes into how we started the bartering system with the grains, then we moved up to gold, Then we started getting the paper dollars. It tells you the history of it. But none of these videos are more than 5 minutes long, because I know, and the CEO of the company knows that the attention span is, we've gotten a little low lately, right? So you can go through these with no problem. So it goes through all the different things. It tells you who are the market participants as far as the ones that actually make the moves in the market. It walked through me. I told you about tradingview.com. It tells you that. It has everything that you need to know. So after you learn that, right, what you want to do is, instead of looking at that Netflix, paying for that Hulu account, right, paying for that $200 for cable, we have back here is called our Go Live. And simple what Go Live is, what I told you about earlier, your different professors. All your different professors are on here. So let's pick one to look at here, just briefly, just to show you. And those are different calls that's about to pop up. That's what keep going across my screen here. So we click on Forex, right? Look at this here. This is the schedule. I told you everything is on the schedule. And this is just, one of the ones. So all these on the schedule. You got your 8 o'clock class, you got 10 o'clock classes, 3 a.m., 2 p.m., 10 p.m. It's all kind of different classes in here, right? 9 p.m. So you have options. So no matter what time you like to look at a trade, it's all kind of options on here. So let's choose him. So you would go in here, right? And everything is recorded. So you see here, this is how you would communicate with them. Everything down here. You see how they communicating with them? And then everything's recorded. So you would just click on the recording and you would just let it play. So a lot of times some people play motivational things. It's just different things that people play, and then it shows you going to how to trade everything. So that is your new Netflix/Hulu, right? So another thing I wanted to show you as well as your class schedule. I want to make sure you have everything you need before we leave here. And I didn't want to take up too much time as well. So now you know what a chart look like, right? You know kind of sort of what Forex is. You know how much money is needed to put into your broker account, right? But you'll learn what a broker is and all that kind of stuff in your academy here. So also, we have here is different strategies, right? And that's what it's all about. But while you're learning, you're like, man, I need to make the money though. How do I make my money? I don't want to just be learning. Cool. We have here that comes with your tuition. It's a harmonic scanner. Let's see, hopefully it logs me in. Boom, it did. So here we go here. So this here is your cheat code. I don't know if some of you, when you were in school, you had that person that was like super smart that, if you copied off of them, you would get at least, you would pass. You would get at least a B or a low A, whatever it is you had confidence and you knew that you would pass if you copied off of them. That's what this is. This is your answer key. This is your smart person in school. So once you start taking trades and how you trade Forex, you will come back here, right? Because you're learning. Which is like, man, I didn't make some money tonight. Cool. You will go over here, right? And up here at the top where it says entry, I don't know if you can see it. Let me see if I can draw it on here. Rectangle. Move this little thing out the way here. There it is. Okay, well, I'm having issues drawing. But yeah, I'm having issues drawing tonight. So we're not even gonna let that stop our show, right? So up here at the top, it says entry. So inside your Forex app, you would put in these exact numbers. And then you go down here, and where it says TP number 1, that's your take profit. So you would put in for an entry, and actually this trade is already in business right now because it's a sale. So dang, I kind of missed out on that trade right now. Okay, but I'll go get some other ones. So the entry tells you exactly what numbers to put in. The TP is tell you what money you're going to make. Then also too, let's see, there it is. Right at the top above entry, you'll see that's that risk management I was talking about. So you would come back here and you would just copy these numbers into that app, into that MetaTrader 4 app. Copy these exact numbers from the smartest person in the school, and you know that you will win. So right now, this whole system is different pairs on here. So you got a whole bunch of different pairs on here. But right now, this system right here is at an 87% accuracy rate. Wow, that's a tough word for me to say. But 87% accuracy rate, right? So what that means is that out of 100 trades, you are going to, I mean, I can't guarantee. So all this with Forex, it's not a guarantee. I can't guarantee income because I'm not sure if you're going to come in and put in the work that I put in when I came in, right? So past results, which is my results, cannot guarantee your results. I just want to make sure I throw that out there as my income disclaimer. But this is 87% accurate, which means that out of 100 trades, I think my math is right on that, you're going to win at least 87 of them, which is very good when it comes to trading. Very good. And for this same system I'm showing you right here, this harmonic system, you can get, I think it's Bloomberg something. I think he has one, and what it is, he's only charging, I think it's like $24,000 or $30,000 for it. When this right here is included in your tuition. Yeah, it's including your tuition. So you're not going to pay $30,000 for this. We're giving this to you. So you can use this while you're learning. So let's see. Let's see what else I want to show you all. Log back in. So I told you what is Forex. I showed you the chart. I told you a couple of apps that you can use. Hopefully you were taking notes, right? Or you just go back through this. And I showed you what you get here, right? So you have your academy. You have your new Netflix, Hulu. Then I showed you your harmonic system that is coming with your tuition. So I know a lot of you are asking right now, okay, all right, all this sounds great. It sounds great. Oh, before I finish. So a lot of things that we do as well is you're never, like I said, you're never alone. So I can find my group here. So we have tons of different groups. Say, for instance, when you get in, you're like, man, I need to learn how to, mark up my charts, draw your charts or whatever, right? Okay, for some reason not popping up. But what I will show you is our Facebook group then. So you're like, man, I wonder, am I getting this right? Is this correct? We have our group here. It's called, Generations 12. So instead of you, where is it at? Because we have a lot of questions in here. So instead of you marking up by yourself, there we go. You see this? These are people that are posting different markups in the group. So instead of you looking at it as you're going through, you're like, man, I wonder if this right. Oof, I don't know. I hope it's right. You just post it in here, and first, instead of you having two eyes on it, you have all of our eyes on it. So we're able to be like, no, we don't know. It's like you being on some talk show and you get to call a friend. You get to call over 500 friends on this, right? So you look at a trade like, yeah, I'm thinking about getting into this trade. And they were like, no, you missed that candlestick right there. That's not a good opening. Boom. And now you know, and you just, made some money instead of losing some money because now we all looked at it, right? So that is all that I wanted to show you. So now we can get into the good stuff, right? How much does this school cost you? And also as well, another thing I like to bring up too is a lot of times it takes, 40 years to retire? So a lot of you on here, I know you're on here because you're trying to retire early, right? So the goal is in 52 weeks to get you where you would be in 40 years. So 52 weeks versus 40 years. So instead of you staying and working 40 years, which you still can, but at least you know how in 52 weeks to generate that type of income. That's the whole goal here. So I can't guarantee it because I don't know how coachable you are, but it's possible. We have people on the team that are doing it. So just how you pay for college, it's the same thing here. So the price is $230. So already a couple you're like, nah, I don't know. But I know for a fact that cable bill got to be at least $2 something, right? Right? I know for a fact, some of us are eating out, going at DoorDash or Uber Eats, all that kind of stuff, right? Going out, doing whatever, has certain habits, right? So all that does not give you, let's say, a return on investment, right? But this tuition here, right? Just like when you go to school, this tuition here is going to give you a return on investment. So it's $230. So just like your cell phone bill, if you want to keep talking to your boo, right? You still got to pay that cell phone bill every month, right? Just like too with cell phones. Man, cell phones cost some money, right? but we still find a way to come out with that latest iPhone to get that newest phone. So here, you're paying $230 one time. 30 days if you want to keep, let's say, talking to your boo, which is these charts, right? Using the copy and paste system, having access to a whole team of people that can help you, it's only $174 a month. So just like how you gotta pay your cell phone bill, keep talking to your boo, the same thing here. And it's no recruiting. You don't have to do any recruiting. You can just learn how to trade, and your money is yours. It's yours, right? We have no control over that. The trading money is yours. But say, for instance, some of you are like, man, whew, I wish I can get that tuition for free. You can. So if you have two people that you want to learn to trade with you, and they come on board and learn with you, boom, your tuition is free the following month. Because you don't have to pay your tuition until 30 days after your first fee, right? Your first investment. So if you find two people for that, then your tuition is free, which is some powerful, powerful stuff. So just to recap, Forex is where you need to be. Forex is a powerful, powerful skill set that once you learn it, no one can take that from you, right? No one at all. If somebody was be like, hey, the Trading Academy is gone, who cares? Because you know how to trade now, right? You know how to trade, and that is the whole goal, is to get you to where you want to be in 52 weeks or less. So for those of you that are interested in getting started, all you have to do is message me back wherever you found this video. Just message me back. You can email me as well. You can text me. All my information is in each side of my social media accounts. So hopefully I will talk to some of you soon. And for those of you that are like, nah, I'm good, sorry for wasting your time. But for my serious action takers who are ready to really create some generational wealth and, quit their jobs or walk away from their jobs or have some extra income, instead of having, we have these multiple bills, right? These residual bills. It's time to have this residual money. So hopefully you found some value in this short little, I think it's pretty short. I think I tried to keep it under 30 minutes. This short video, and I will talk to you all in hopefully the next 20 minutes, because I'll be available for the next 20 minutes after this call. Then after that, you just get on the schedule with me and I can walk you through everything. So talk to you all soon. Have a blessed and prosperous day. I know you learned something good. So talk to you soon.